from the commission, our main goal is to shut down the Moran plant. We all know that. I think everyone in this room knows that. The people who tell us how we get that done are the people from the California Independent Systems Operator. And I would like to welcome the representatives to come up and state your name and give a brief presentation of why you believe that the City and County of San Francisco need these CTs.
My name is Julie Gill, and I work for the California Independent System Operator. In the event that the city's combustion peakers do not come online, Potrero will have to remain available until sufficient alternatives are placed into service. The ISO cannot comment today on whether or when specific alternatives will allow us to release Potrero from its must-run obligation without specific projects to assess the level of reliability that they would bring and their likely in-service date. The peakers do not have to be the permanent solution for San Francisco. They can be removed down in the future when there's another alternative that is put in place that meets that reliability need. And the ISO stands here today as a part of the commitment to stay engaged in the conversations. We've been working with people for over 6 years on this in the development of the plan, and we will continue to do that.
Are the peakers cleaner than the current Morant?
The ISO is not in a position of environmental expertise on that. What we can talk about is the energy from them.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but in my judgment, the decision we're about to make on the peakers is the biggest energy choice we've made since the construction of the hydroelectric facility. And so that's why there's a lot of attention being paid and a lot of emotion, and people love the city, so we want to make the best choice. And I guess my question is, we're talking about either no CTs or 4 CTs, but what would the response to ISO be to something like 2 CTs in city, given those factors?
The ISO would not have a response at this date. We were asked by the city whether the 4 CTs would meet the need. We studied that extensively, and we're prepared to give that answer. I would not give that answer on the fly without doing our due diligence, which you highlighted an important point that throughout time, what we have put down on paper for you that we've committed to has stood the test of time. And we would want to provide for you the certainty you need to make sure that when we give you an answer, we can stand behind it 100% and it will stand the test of time.
So nobody's asked you that, and you don't have we don't have an answer?
That is correct. In the last 24 hours, this is the first time we've heard it. When you look back historically, the city, PG&E, and the community came to us and said, what steps are necessary for you to commit to removing the RMR designation from Potrero? We studied it, we wrote it down, and we committed to it. And going forward in the future, there are options that could do that. We do not have anything in front of us that has been presented with enough sufficiency to provide that alternative. The choice as to going forward is up to the city.